guys, it's me, One Gorgeous Godzilla. I hope everyone is doing great. I myself am doing well, and I am back with my week 56 post-operative vertical sleeve gastrectomy update. Before I begin, I just want to give recognition where it is due by recognizing and congratulating none other than T. Gibson, G. McPherson, J. Scott, and Felicia D.A. on joining the weight loss surgery family. Guys, I really do have your full names, but you know, just to prevent me from accidentally outing anyone, I just went ahead and went with initials. But I hope you all are doing well, and best wishes for a speedy recovery. Big high five, guys. We've caught up with some of the happenings in the WLS community this week. Let me catch you up with what's going on with me since my last update. As you all know, I started this journey at my highest recorded weight of 259 pounds, which was during one of my consults with my surgeon and when I started my pre-op diet. On the date of my surgery, which was August 19, 2013, I weighed 248 pounds. As of my last update, I weighed 175, and this week I am in at 172, which is a total loss of 3 pounds. I am really excited about that because I've kind of been in the same fluctuating range for quite some time now, several weeks, and this is on the lower end, so hopefully I'll actually see 160 something this millennia. Let's hope. Of course, it would also start to rain while I'm recording this video, so if you hear background pitter patter or thunder, I mean, you know, what can you do about acts of God? You just have to roll with the punches, right? Today I am coming to you in a room of my house that I have never ever filmed in, and that is my kitchen. Probably the least loved part of my house. But the purpose of this video actually stems from a question that was presented to me when I co-hosted with the Bariatric Divas. There's thunder, I told you. The Bariatric Divas on their premiere webcast. Someone asked me, what is it that I do with respect to my meals? Because sometimes I have all the time in the world at work, and there are other times when I have not even 20 minutes to get something in me and keep going with my day. And I told that person that this item has been my newest mainstay, my newest love, my new obsession, to be honest. And I thought that I would do a video about it today. And that is none other than, are you ready? Salads in a jar. Whoa. What you thinking? What in the world is a salad in a jar, and what's so great about it? Well, let me tell you, because ain't nobody got time for all that when it comes to preparing food, or I certainly don't. And if I have learned nothing in the time since my surgery, that spontaneous things or lack of planning is sometimes my downfall. So salads in a jar are really, really nifty in being prepared no matter what. So what are they again? Salads in a jar are salads that are usually created in containers like this. I found that canning jars like this size, which is a quart, I think, or I think 800 milliliters for you all that are in European countries or other parts of the world that use the metric system, are entirely too big for weight loss surgery patients. Jars this small, or about 200 milliliters, are entirely too small for weight loss surgery patients. What I have found to be the perfect in-between size are either pint-sized jars or pint-and-a-half jars, okay? So this is normally an adequate serving for the typical vertical sleeve gastrectomy patient. If your sleeve is on the small side, I'd probably go with this one. My bougie size is at 40, so I'm on the larger end of the sleeve spectrum. So this size usually gets me where I need to be if I don't pack it tightly. Okay? So, what are they? How do you make them? What's so great about them? Well, as a part of my evolution, I've paid so much attention to getting my protein in, protein, that I find myself craving vegetables and green things these days. Quite the departure from my pre-operative life when you cannot have paid me to eat anything with great nutritional value. So how have the tides turned? Guys, just for the sake of having space to do so, I'm going to discuss some of the things that make salads in a jar so great while I'm putting some together. The first thing that makes them so great is convenience. Salads in a jar are easy, they're economical, they're even good for the environment, guys. So that's one thing that they have going for them. Another thing that they have going for them, particularly with respect to weight loss surgery patients, is portion size. Because I don't know about you, but salads these days are huge. I think they're really big even if you haven't had weight loss surgery. But if you have had surgery, it's an issue that is even more apparent. And in the instance that you can sometimes find a place that has half portion size salads, they're still rather big. Also, another good thing about these salads is because you can control the portions that you have going on in each and every salad, you can calculate almost to the gram and to the calorie the nutritional content of each salad. Because why? Measurements are important. So you can measure your salad dressing, you can weigh the weight of your grilled chicken that you put in each salad. You have a lot of control about what goes into these things. And as a result, you can tabulate how many calories, how many fat grams, how much protein is in each salad. And last but not least, another good thing that makes salads in a jar my new go-to dish is variety. There is no limit to what you can or can't do with respect to a salad in a jar. But there are some rules about it. Rule number one is always put the wet stuff on bottom. What wet stuff do you ask? Well, I mean salad dressings. And of course, salad dressings are as varied as your options when it comes to making a salad. But I will show you some of my personal favorite greatest hits with respect to salad dressings and why I think they are fabulous. I will also accompany them with pictures of the nutritional value on the back. So I won't have to sit here and read off the stats. You can look at them for yourself. Okay? So let's start. Two salad dressings that I love and use quite often are from a company called Bolthouse Farms. This one is chunky blue cheese and this one is zesty ranch. What's so great about them is they only have 35 and 45 calories per serving. That is 1/8 of a cup is a serving. Why are they so low? It's because they are made with yogurt. This one is awesome, awesome, awesome. Huh. More thunder and lightning. Great. More thunder and lightning. But this one is really awesome and very tasty with buffalo wings actually. But it's also really, really good in your salad. This one is the MVP. The Zesty Ranch from Bolthouse Farms is my MVP for, it's not even called Zesty Ranch, it's called Salsa Ranch. Reading is fundamental. Yes, it is. Well, anyway, Salsa Ranch is the MVP of salad dressings, in my opinion, because it is zesty. It has a little kick to it that isn't too spicy, because I'm very sensitive to spicy things. So these are two that are really good for any general and generic salad. Now, if you want something sweeter or on the sweeter side, I use this salad dressing here, the Marzetti's Simply Dressed Pomegranate. which is the best for salads that involve berries like strawberries or blueberries, or anything like that. It's really sweet. It only has 60 calories per serving, and it is, I don't know, it's just light and very refreshing, but it has a really good and sweet taste to it. So this one is my recommendation for sweeter salads. I also make Asian type salads with like slaw and edamame and all of this stuff in it. And for that one, I don't have a bottle of it, but I use the Newman's Own Ginger Sesame. Another 2 thumbs up product that, okay, rule number 2 is put the meat inside of the wet stuff. That sounds really kind of nasty, right? But that is what I want you to do. Put the meat inside of the wet stuff. And just like there are numerous possibilities or combinations when it comes to your salad dressings, the same goes for your meat. Me, myself, I use almost always tuna or chicken because low, calories and really good sources of protein. Also, putting the meat inside of the, as the next layer on, so it can just soak in the salad dressing also gives it flavor. Especially if you're using canned chicken, which can be really flavorless. So while it's sitting in the salad dressing, it's also like absorbing some of that flavor. So it's always a positive thing. Right now, I am not using canned chicken. What I am using is this, which I get at Walmart. And it is just rotisserie, already fully cooked rotisserie chicken strips. So I just nuke these in the microwave, chop them up, and in they go as the second layer of my salad in a jar. You can build your salad any way you want. You can add whatever cheeses you want, whatever toppings you want. I myself have just been on this really weird food kick, and I have been using a lot of goat cheese, a lot of feta cheese, and then a lot of just shredded cheddar cheese if I'm making a Cobb salad. As now I'm going to pass along a little tip that I learned during the course of making these salads. Like I mentioned earlier, I like to do an assembly line and make a variety of salads. With that being said, it can be somewhat expensive. So what I typically do a lot of times is I go to a restaurant, one with a really slamming salad bar, one with a salad bar that will let you do it to go or in a to-go container or to-go plate or something like that. And I take that dish and I load it down with all sorts of meats, all sorts of like interesting vegetables like mushrooms or ham or beans or chickpeas and all this stuff. I just load it up with as much as I can get in there. And then I pay for that and I bring it home. I load it up essentially with everything but lettuce or spinach. Why not lettuce and spinach? Because I have a huge container of it at the house. So when I get home, all I essentially have to do is unbox my little salad tray to go, take all of those individual portions, and then I just use those to make my individual salads. All sorts of variety without breaking the bank, by the way. Number 3. And that is, if you're going to use avocados, please coat them in lemon juice first. It will keep them from turning brown. These jars, or the beauty of these jars, is that they are, they're airtight. So whatever you put in them pretty much is like a vacuum seal. It stays good for a crazy, crazy, crazy long time. I make a row of salads on Sunday nights almost always. I make 5 and I line them up and I use different ingredients in the salads because who wants to eat 5 of the same salads every day for a week? So I usually make 2 or 3 different kinds out of the 5 jars. And some I add romaine, some I add spinach, some I add this. But by Friday, when I just go to the refrigerator before work and pick out a jar and I'm out the door, that salad is as good as one I made Sunday. Last but not least, my cardinal rule of salads in a jar, number 4 is always top it with your greenery. Your lettuce, your kale, your spinach, whatever it is that you put, that will always be the top thing. If you use this type of jar, you can really cram a lot into it, but I found that it's not enough lettuce for me. This one, you can put a lot more in, but I find it is too much lettuce, and it is like, well, it's too much lettuce for me. It's a big salad to me. Now to another person, everybody else is like, that is a pitiful little salad, but to my stomach, it's a lot. So I pack this with lettuce or spinach, but I pack it very loosely. You can buy these jars by the case, like $9 per box at Walmart. Or I actually found this jar, which is really cute, at Dollar Tree. And it's a wide mouth jar. Wide mouth jars, you can dump it easier. So try to get the wide mouth if you can. But Dollar Tree, it doesn't have to be expensive. So salad dressing, meat. Then in here you just do whatever you want. If you want beans, black beans, corn, whatever, tomatoes, lettuce, everything, it's going to go in the middle, and you'll always conclude with like your spinach, your kale, your romaine, your iceberg, whatever. I don't know, whatever it is that you prefer in their quinoa. I've had that in my salads, it's really good. You're going to put it in there, and then all you'll do is take this lid, which if you can see has this rubber edging, and that's what causes it to become airtight. So you'll just put that on top like that, and you'll take this little band and you'll screw it on as tightly as you can. Whoa. And that creates the vacuum seal. And when you're ready to go to work or, you know, step out, all you have to do is go to the refrigerator, pull out your salad in a jar, and off you go. Ready to eat said salad in a jar. It's pretty simple. Oh, first, you'll always turn it upside down and shake it some. That'll give the salad dressing that was at the very bottom of the jar time to navigate its way downward, and it should be coating like all of the stuff that's in between. So it should get to the lettuce and all of that. You'll just shake it down, then you'll turn it back over, unscrew the cap, take off that, get your bowl, and you just dump the salad in your bowl, and you're done. It even looks pretty, people. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to show you some examples of some of my favorite salads in a jar and what all goes into it in a jar. Worth their weight in gold when you're rushing and trying to get out of the house on time to get to work. They are godsends when you come home and are too tired to cook dinner. All you gotta do is go to the fridge, pull out a salad in a jar, and dinner is served. Bam! I hope you guys will try some of these suggestions, and if you come across some unique and interesting recipes, I hope you'll let me know. For your convenience, I've also enclosed some links in the info box down below so you can try other combinations that I haven't tried. Let me know how those go too. So until next time, guys, I hope you will find this bad boy and give it a thumbs up if you want me to do more kitchen videos. And until then, I will just talk to you all later. Bye.